Good afternoon, children. Yesterday, I explained you the characteristics of chemical reaction. I started with that. And I told you the chemical reactions often involve color changes, temperature changes, gas production, or precipitate formation. Whenever any chemical reaction will take place, either in some of the reactions gas is produced, in some of the reaction there is change in temperature, in some of the reactions the precipitate is formed, in some of the reaction there will be change of state, in some of the reaction there will be color changes. So we have done the first characteristic feature, that is evolution of gas, with two examples I told you. Then I explained you change of color, the second characteristic feature, then formation of precipitate. And again I am telling you, precipitate is the insoluble solid. When two solutions, different solutions are mixed and they react, then the insoluble solid is formed due to their reaction, and that insoluble solid is called as precipitate. It separates out. Now today I will take energy changes. Many reactions, we will find there are many chemical reactions are there, in which energy is absorbed, while other chemical reactions the energy is given out. So many reactions they give off energy, and some other reactions they absorb energy, then only the reaction is completed. So all those chemical reactions, when these reactions takes place, during that reaction if energy in any form is given out, then that type of reaction is called as exothermic reaction. Exo means out, exit means out. So from this term exit, exothermic has been taken. Example, burning, you burn coal, wood, paper, petrol, whatever you burn, heat and light, energy is given out. Respiration, when the food is oxidized by oxygen, carbon dioxide, and energy in the body is produced. So when the energy is given out due to chemical reaction, that type of chemical reaction is called as exothermic reaction. Then you will find there are some reactions, some chemical changes or some chemical reactions will take place when they absorb energy. They will take energy. And such type of chemical reactions that absorb energy are called endothermic reaction. Endo means to take, enter. So example is cooking of food. No food will be cooked until and unless that raw food, raw is kacha, that raw food will absorb heat energy and then cooking will take place. That is endothermic reaction. The second example is mercuric oxide. It will absorb energy, that is heat energy, and then will break down into mercury and oxygen. These are the examples of endothermic reaction. Until and unless this mercuric oxide will not take heat energy, until and unless it will not absorb heat energy, it will not break down into its components. So it has taken. So when the energy is taken in any form, then those reactions are called as endothermic reactions. Is that clear, children? Now change of state. We all know there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In solids, the molecules are tightly packed to one another and strong bond, force of attraction is there between the molecules so that they cannot leave their place. But when these molecules, they absorb heat energy, then the molecules on getting heat energy, they start vibrating, they start moving very fast. So when they move very fast, they strike with one another and the bond between them breaks. That force of attraction between them breaks and they fall apart. They move apart. So when the molecules move apart, they go far from one another, the change of state takes place. It comes into the second state called liquid state. So in the liquid state, the molecules are far to one another. So they can flow and move within their space, within the volume, within the quantity of liquid. Where in solid, they are fixed, they cannot move. Now, if in the liquid state, if we are going to provide it with heat energy, you heat the liquid, the molecules on getting the heat energy again will start vibrating very fast. And they will vibrate so fastly that the bond between them will totally break down and they will move away, very far away from one another, and we leave their quantity, the volume, the space, they will leave that and they will move out. And thus they enter into the third stage called gaseous state. So molecules present in the solid are in the state of slow vibration. These particles absorb heat energy and use this energy for vigorous, means very fast, vibrations of molecules. As the energy absorbed increases, the vibration also increases, resulting in the breaking of some of their bonds. When the bonds break, the change of state takes place, so solid melts to liquid state. During vaporization means when vapors are formed, that is change of state from liquid to vapor state, gaseous state. The absorbed energy is utilized to increase the molecular distance between the molecules and it changes into the gaseous state. Now we'll find there are some example of change of state. See, ammonia is a gas, and hydrogen chloride is also in the form of gas. When two gaseous substances, they are made to react, it changes into a ammonium chloride that is in the solid state. So these are two forms of gaseous state, but when they have been added and they have been mixed and they have been made to react, they change into ammonium chloride, which is the solid state. Then similarly, red hot carbon, which is a solid state, and sulfur, a gaseous state. So a solid carbon and gaseous sulfur, when they are reacted, we get carbon disulfide, which is a liquid state. So these are the different chemical reactions where you will find that when they react, the change of state takes place. So some of the reactions take place by changing their form of state. And then we will come to the next, this condition, that is characteristic feature, that is catalyst. You have studied in your previous chapter also. What is a catalyst? A catalyst is any chemical substance which will either increase or decrease the speed of chemical reaction and without itself undergoing any change. It is added in the chemical reactions to increase the speed of the reaction or to decrease the speed of the reaction. That substance will only help in changing their speed, but itself will not go any change. There will be no change in the catalyst from the beginning till the last. And when chemical reaction gets over, the reactions will form the new product, new substance is formed, but catalyst will separate out. This is the function of catalyst, and you will find positive catalysts are those catalysts which will help in increasing the speed of the chemical reaction so that the reaction may take place fast and the new substances are formed quickly. So they help there. They are called as positive catalysts. For example, MnO2 manganese dioxide act as positive catalyst in decomposition, means breaking down of potassium chlorate KClO3 into KCl and oxygen. So KClO3 is a chemical compound. We will put a pinch of magnesium dioxide MnO2 in its solution. So this MnO2 being a catalyst will break the KClO3 into KCl and oxygen, and this is how oxygen is prepared in the laboratory. On the other hand, if the catalyst substance retards means slows down or decreases the chemical reaction, it is called as negative catalyst. For example, alcohol will decrease the oxidation of chloroform. Chloroform in the presence of oxygen gets oxidized. So if we'll add alcohol in it, this will slow down its oxidation. So this oxidation of chloroform to a poisonous gas called phosgene. So this is how the chloroform may not change into a poisonous substance. We add alcohol to it. So alcohol will slow down its oxidation and will not let it to change into this substance. As a result, it acts as a negative catalyst. Now, what are enzymes? You must have studied this in biology, the enzymes, that I will explain you tomorrow and will give you with the examples. Go through the video again and again to understand the concept of the chapter, and if you face any problem, discuss with me the other day. Thank you, children.